Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games. Because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 7, Packers 0.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers to throw once more. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But if their intensity doesn't waver, I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Penny, a first down carry, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next score, Seahawks 14, Packers 7. Michael Vincent, the kickoff.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flush to his right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
The first down pass. A fumble on the play.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on 4th and 2.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He'll buy some time right. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches on the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. To throw is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jordan Brooks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
26, Mike. Hey, they're scared. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On second and goal, Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On first down, Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On second down, here's Penny. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On play action, Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
26 Mike.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
26 Mike. It's a good 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that